Welcome to Operation CFL. My name is Ryan McCabe, and today we will be ranking the CFL fan bases from east to west based on a very complicated mathematical equation taught to you by the one and only Peter Dykowski. That will take too long to explain, so just trust me on this one, guys, and we'll get through this together. So coming in at number 9 on the list is the Montreal Alouettes, or Concords, whatever you want to call them. Yes, the Alouettes have experienced a ton of success the past decade, but the attendance numbers falling since the renovations at Percival Molson Stadium, and the fact that the team has folded twice in the team's history, it's safe to say Montreal fans enjoy CFL football as long as their team is winning. But hey, just remember, Alouette fans, you'll always have the Anthony Calvillo days, and nobody could take those away from you. Coming in at number 8, we have the Toronto Argonauts. I know you're surprised you're not last on the list, but at least the Argos can hang their hat on the fact that they have never ceased operations since the creation way back in 1873. Times are sad right now in Toronto, yes, but there is hopefully new life at BMO Field, and the few fans who have stayed true to the Double Blue are as passionate as they come. Hopefully many more join in so the Hamilton fans have more people to hate on, because quite frankly, they're starting to feel sorry for their very few victims who are left. In the number 7 spot, we have the Ottawa Red Blacks, or Renegades, or Rough Riders with a space in between, whatever. Ottawa CFL fans have had to put up with a lot of crap, including a Mardi Gras party thrown by the Gleibermans, one of the CFL's favorite families. But in all honesty, the new ownership group has created an uprising with the arrival of the Red Blacks, and the fact that they have managed to find their way to a Grey Cup in just their second year bodes well for the future stability of the franchise. Already one of the loudest places in the CFL, TD Place Stadium looks like a great venue to dress up like a lumberjack, drink a pint, and enjoy a game of football. Coming in at number 6 are the BC Lions. Much like Toronto, times have been a little rough for the Lions as of late under the ownership of the aging David Braley. Once seen as a shining example of how to run a CFL franchise, the Lions are trying to rediscover themselves in the Vancouver area right now. With a solid fan base built over multiple decades of success, the rowdy fans should bring Lions football back to life in one of the most beautiful stadiums in North America. Also, their new uniform should help too. Maybe not. Whatever, I like them. At number 5, we have the Calgary Stampeders. Who doesn't love the story about the horses trotting through the Royal York in the infamous trade ride from Calgary to Toronto back in 1948? Stampeders fans are loud and proud even though they now reside in the soon-to-be oldest stadium in the league with no future plans in place to replace it, but at least they have had a lot to cheer for with consistent success under the direction of John Hofnagel. Nothing says Calgary more than football, horses, and of course, pretty women. In the cleanup spot at number 4, we have the Edmonton Eskimos. Coming in right above their Albertan rivals must feel nice, but to be honest, these two were a bit of a toss-up. The turning point for me is that the Eskimos would sell out nearly every other stadium in the league if they didn't have to play in the ocean-sized Commonwealth Stadium. On TV, it will look half empty, but you can always rely on 30,000 plus die-hard fans to show up in green and gold. It also has helped that the Oilers have literally done everything possible to push fans away the last 10 years, leaving the Eskimos as the only viable option to cheer for in the area, even under the guidance of Richie Hall and Kavis Reed. Sorry for bringing that up. And at number 3 are the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Times have been hard for Winnipeg fans as of late, but still they have packed their new losing hole at IGF Stadium for the better part of it all. With the absence of the Winnipeg Jets for so long, all the citizens could do was bleed blue and gold, making a name for themselves as some of the best diehards in the league. And even though the Jets are back and the Bombers still suck, hang in there, Bombers fans, things will get better soon. Let's hope. 1990 seems like a long time ago, eh? I wasn't even born yet. Coming in at number 2, we have the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Since 1869, Hamilton has adopted football as their sport of choice, and through the thick and thinnest of times, 2003, the city has stood by their team chanting Oski Wee Wee and wearing their black and gold, building a reputation as a place nobody in the league likes to visit. With the sellout streak still alive since they opened Tim Hortons Field and the team establishing themselves once again as a dominant franchise, support for the Cats and the Hammer is at an all-time high. And coming in first place, of course, who else would it be other than the Saskatchewan Roughriders? This was an obvious choice just so I could avoid an angry internet mob forming and tearing me to cyber shreds, but in all honesty, there aren't many places that can rival Texas with their unconditional love of football, but Saskatchewan could certainly make that claim. to put watermelons on their head, and a whole bunch of other places I don't want to mention. And win, lose, or draw, there always will be a sea of green at Riders games. And that's mostly because everybody seems to own a piece of Riders gear, considering they are third in merchandise sales across Canada. They are putting that extra cash to good use, building a new sacred meeting ground in Regina to house all future games, which I am sure will become the loudest stadium in the league as soon as the Rider faithful migrate to their new home.